Firearms, everybody. I'm Ivan.
I'm Finn.
And today we are going to take a quick look at some early war Axis weapons and some gear. I'm going to be using for the Japanese a Type 38 Arisaka, complete with its long bayonet, in 6.5 Japanese.
I'm going to be using the K98 Mauser, cheaper than 8x57, or as we know, 8mm Mauser.
So
with bayonet.
Yeah, we don't have as long range as we normally do, so we set up a different type of course for the day to kind of try to figure out some practical accuracy in more of an up-close fighting situation. So come along with us and we will check it out. Okay guys, so just a quick look at my gear, a little bit up close. This is a really nice Type 38 Arisaka. It's a little bit different than the 99s that everybody sees around here, in the States. But it was what Japan went through almost all of the early 20th century with, all their wars, up into, obviously the wars in China and all across the islands of the Pacific. It's a very long rifle, especially for how short the average Japanese soldier was. So, long bayonet, long rifle, it's quite the gun, especially for that army. And I'm not a reenactor. I don't have all the reenactor kit. That's not what I'm trying to do today. I'm just trying to show a facsimile of some of the gear that the Imperial Japanese forces might be using. They normally had this 3-pouch ammo setup, and kind of crazy, each pouch holds 40 rounds. So the average Japanese soldier was toting around like 120 rounds just on his belt, which isn't that bad. I know I have a Nambu. I know that the average enlisted man didn't have the pistol, but I had to do it, me, and the bayonet. So that's kind of what I'm going to be running. Oh yeah, and I got the helmet. I know it might look kind of funny, but I kind of want to see what it was like to use. So that's my kit. Let's see what Finn's packing.
All right, so we're going to be going through gear. I'm have the sort of gear that the average German soldier would have in World War II. This is a kind of a mid-war setup. I don't have any uniform. Just have this simple gear they would have in the field. So I have 2 K98 pouches. They hold 30 rounds each for a total of 60 rounds. And then I have the 8mm Mauser, the K98 standard issue. This one was made in 1942 by DUV. So basically a mid-war setup and a 1942 Stahlhelm. All right kit. Some of it's a little hard to get used to, but we'll see. Run the kit through its paces.
Okay guys, so this is going to be our target. The goal is going to be getting the least amount of points as possible. So the further away from the bullseye you get, the more points get added on. I'm also going to say that if you miss the target, that's going to be a 10-point penalty. And if you hit the bullseye, I'm going to say it's going to be no points. So you're looking for the lowest points possible. Okay guys, so this is going to be about 50 yards. So it's definitely close fighting quarters. So we're going to have our bayonets fixed. We'll see what that does. And yeah, we will see. We're also going to have kind of an unideal shooting position, kind of just leaning on whatever we can. The other thing too is I'm not exactly sure how this 38 is zeroed at 50 yards. I know that whenever I've shot any 38, they shoot really high because they are, I think, like 300 meters. So I'm gonna aim kind of low. Maybe I'll waste a shot, see if I can see where I hit, and then recorrect. This is all cold turkey, so let's just see what happens. These reloads are a little tight. I'm not taking forever. I'm kind of just shooting as I get it in my sights. Okay, this is going to be 10 rounds. So here goes another 5. feel like I'm pulling a little left. Ah, dang it. Okay, let's see if I did anything. Okay guys, so this is my target. Sadly, I could feel it. I threw one up in the corner, so that's gonna be a +10. And I just cut the line on the bullseye, so we're gonna call that a 0 there. But altogether, if you do the math, it's 33 points for me. Let's see what the K98 does.
All right, so now it's my turn. Ivan did his with a Type 38, and I'm gonna try to beat him in the bullseye score, and try to see how I can do it with the K98. I don't think I'm doing so well. All right, let's see how I did. Score. We got 7 in the 12, 2 in the 3. Well, I guess 1 in the 3, the 2 rounds in the 2, and then I have 1 flyer. I pulled that, so that's extra 10 on my part. I got 45 overall score. I don't think I did the K98 justice. I think that was just me. But we're gonna do a speed round and see if I can beat Ivan.
I will say though, Finn, you had a little better consistency than me. You're just shooting a little low.
Yep.
So if you just bring it up some, I might be in trouble.
Oh yeah, we'll find out.
5 more rounds each to kind of see if we can even this thing out. Okay guys, so as kind of a last chance, see if Finn can catch up with me. We're gonna do 1 more round, but only 5 shots this time. I'm not entirely sure still where exactly to hold. I wasn't particularly consistent, but let's just see what happens. We also pulled the bayonets off. Finn's was kind of having a hard time holding on, so let's just see if that affects anything. Okay guys, that was 5. I will have to say one thing is that 6.5 is very pleasant to shoot. So let's see what happened. Okay guys, here it is. Dang it, I let one fly, but 3 in the 2, so that's 6. 1 in the 4, that's 10, plus 10, that's 20. So I believe that my total score overall is 53. So let's see what Finn can figure out.
All right, guys. So Ivan just did his speed run. I'm now going to do mine with the K98. Hopefully, I can beat him. Last ride I didn't do too good. Got 45. Ivan got 33. So somebody can beat him. There was 5. I'm not sure how good I did, but let's check it out. All right, guys, so there's my group. I got 3 in the green, and 2 in the line of 2. And then 1 flyer, unfortunately, I still am a little low. I don't think I did the K98 justice. Got an overall point score of 66. I think Ivan won, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay, guys, so that was our little shooting competition.
Yep.
And let's just kind of do a quick look at some of the gear that we use and kind of what we thought about it.
Yep.
And so I guess I'll start with the Type 38 Arisaka. I know I talked quite a bit about it when I was shooting, but once again, to kind of reiterate, this one's a particularly nice one. The reloads were a little tight for the chamber, I found, so I kind of had to push it pretty hard to get it in, but that didn't seem to be too much of a deal. As you people know, probably, this is your safety on an Arisaka. You twist it and it allows you to break the gun. It's also a cock on close. You know, kind of the overview of the gun there. But I found that 6.5 is really pleasant to shoot. It doesn't have much recoil. I think it was a really good cartridge, and the actual ammo pouches are pretty awesome too, because you just have to pull one side and they open up, and then you can pull your rounds out. They have a lot of capacity, and I think it's a pretty well thought out setup for the Japanese soldier. Also, I've been wearing this straight, you know, this Japanese style helmet, and comfortable. I don't even have the tie on, and it doesn't want to come off. It's not particularly heavy, so I think that the average Japanese soldier's gear really wasn't fighting him in his effort to fight his war. So what about your stuff, Finn?
The setup was all right. I ran the K98. This is a DFV 1942. It's smooth. Doesn't have the what do they call it? The magazine follower stop. So you'll see me in the video. I rack it, but of course it's an empty chamber. Smooth, great gun. A little shorter than Ivan's Type 38, which I think is a lot more convenient in fighting in close range quarters. For the gear, his pouches are definitely better. The K98 pouches, and for World War II, World War I, they had a 3 system, able to hold 3 clips. And in World War II, they went to 2. I don't know why. Both of them hold a capacity of 30, so it's 60 overall instead of Ivan's 120.
Yep.
The pouches were a little tight. For at least these are repro, so I'm not sure how the original ones were right out of the factory, but these are tight to get the cartridges out of. I don't think the gear was fighting me at all. I know the average German soldier was a little overloaded for what they went into during 1940 and 1939 when they invaded Poland. But I think overall the gear did fine. That's about it, yeah.
Any comments about the helmet?
Yeah, the helmet was fine. It's comfortable. I would, personally, it's a little heavy for what I want to do.
Yeah.
And in the sun, it kind of bakes your head, basically, is what it is. It's an oven. But I don't think it inhibited me at all.
It's definitely a more modern design.
Yeah, it's a more modern,
Yeah.
Take off the original in 1916 style helm from World War I. A little short, this is M42, so the fins on the sides go down a little less than with the earlier pattern of helmet. But that's about it. Didn't hit me at all. I had a great time shooting. I don't think I did the K98 justice. I shot a little low. These tend to be accurate rifles instead of Type 38s can be a little offhand because they're sighted in the battle sight's 300 meters instead of the K98s was set at 100. So that's where it's a little divvies quite a bit.
I will say though, this opens it up for us to try it again.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, I think that we both learned something on this
Oh, yeah.
run, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
next time that we give it a go, we'll have to see what happens, man.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, it's been fun,
Yep.
and I've been Ivan,
I'm Finn.
and you've been watching Forest Firearms. It's been a good time.